All right. You are locked down to Hype TV Sports. Zonlula Silmingwal Palace September Balama or Dahinga Dab Silmbala Union 2025. Katia Chena Nete Tab Shan Kuharka Behradimani Yajama the Bamba de Bakoema Bagua in the various leagues. We had a lot of drama, a lot of surprise, and a lot of controversies over the weekend. That is right here on Hype TV Sports. Wilbon Hussein Rudwan Umpini, men.
Mohamed Mubarak. So, uh, come on put Yelsham. It's on Monday, and over the weekend we had a lot of games, exceptional games. Mostly the intense and like the most concerning games were, in the Premier League and some games in the La Liga. So we'll just see what we, but we will touch more on Arsenal versus Liverpool's game because this game was, on the Super Sunday and it was quite, interesting, and there were a lot of talking issues from Derby and then. So you just take us through the results.
Okay, dan kana ti William Pilgala Asabro Dalma. Dan kana ti Asabro Dalma in the English Premier League. Chelsea Daniel Abandage in Stamford Bridge, Kada Gahnu Bola Fulham, Cabra Paba and Captivity Fulham Porai, Cabra to Lapsley. Elsewhere at Old Trafford, Manchester United, Ruben Amorim first win of the season in the English Premier League. Oda Dila Benley Porata, Cabra Pila Porai, then Sunderland Adila Brentford Porai, Cabra Pipoga, Tottenham Hotspur. Na Angela Banyaba first defeat in the Premier League. Then the AFC Bournemouth that power until Diba program at Tottenham Hotspur Sports Stadium. We just got a Gila and Everton. That chanta power until Diba Pora Cabra Pila Porai. Elsewhere, Leeds got Angela Bandam Newcastle match man. For Davina the 0-0 Kara match man. Karda qualifying man. Donc in the French League, Laurent Daniel Bandagina, Lili da Pantizba Porayo Point Carapila Pogandane, Nentis Dadila Oje Pogan Carato Lapsele, Cananche Tolu Sugarajina PSG, da Pavantizba Porayo, Cabraniela Pora Tampi Dene, Mubakaransa Cambaras and Jande.
So I just want to have my bite on, Chelsea Fulham. That was, the early kickoff game. And this was, concerning because a lot of bayar pam danan game and pam the double something there now because I lay game map on a Fulham da was it be equalized and but it was ruled out because of VAR controversies and even PGMOL those in charge of referee decisions brang magbang it was uncalled for because players on that trial no make a skill shell capital and then by the back players so bold up to Dumagba goal Dumagba scored in so it was uncalled for and since Premier League them beginning a lot of concerns could about referee decisions and aside that the like game it was full of controversy so even if you're in place of a Fulham coach or I concern about game because like decision it was clear that Nero Pamdako and it was uncalled for. Even Chelsea fans, but now watch the game I actually do my by cinemas. But now watch the game Braco although we've won, but this game we didn't deserve it or even like there were a lot of mistakes in that game. So the Congo so far Premier League since beginning there are a lot of talking points. The positive side, and it is very positive towards the early same referee do boy introduce about VAR decisions. Referee man when they trying to check VAR. After Ovuma on your bench he's going to communicate it to the whole stadium. So because and get that understanding the aside that decisions no match could be they just need to refrain from it because the Boko Lake because Nero Pamia you cannot be claiming you are the best league in the whole world. And common petty mistakes will be happening in the game. It's rulings the leagues this thing.
Of the game.
So aside that Chelsea game there are no good a well deserved win for Chelsea, and that was what Chelsea fans expected or Chelsea fans expected from Enzo Maresca and his side. But I cannot tell Burnley game there are a lot of talking points, but I'll just let you have your bite on that game, then I will come in after you are done.
Okay, so Team really Manchester United and Burnley that game I personally I knew Ruben Amorim was going to battle in the game, but they actually got that winner in the 97th minute or so. And can I tell you, Ruben Amorim, he's being ignorant in such a way that since he came to Manchester United, it is a mini three back winger.
Mm.
And Lehla three back mami. We saw how Antonio Conte won that kind of Chelsea. Although he used that formation to win the English, but he suffered in that season. After next season, he changed to four back. Domi three back. Like if you don't have a certain defenders who can best fit in that formation, you are going to suffer. Ruben Amorim or Jimene, what he wants is what he's going to do. And we also what happened on Saturday, man. Common Burnley and United had to battle with them before getting that winner. So Ruben Amorim, Sakami Yarame, yeah, Manchester United have given him that freedom to just do whatever he wants in the club. But it seems what he's just showing up now, man. The Palaban Shanga, the song the club, mama, domi, Ganacho Nojo, domi, ne, with him and that player, ne, but personal reasons, in Chaka, or you know, Tanti, Matana Rashford and Bampama. But still, the team is battling for getting results. Karanya Ben Shao, Dambutune Ruben Amorim, Ka Ben Shinga don't repeat ma, Karbutune will not repeat in his next games. But we continue to seeing those mistakes happening consistently. Karanya Ben Shinga don't tune or work on it either than that. Tinyeka Ten Hag Kabukuro Shama. Don't be surprised if Ruben Amorim is sacked from Manchester United as their head coach, because what you are seeing now is pathetic.
Okay. So just on game, blame on my like Manchester United's poor performance.
Yeah.
Them just solely on Ruben Amorim.
Yes.
Players man because I play a role into that defeat man. About a 3 back system, Shelma. We saw it from a current English national team coach man Thomas Tuchel.
Yes, Tuchel.
Or you see the 3 back system throughout. Almost win the Champions League, Super Cup, the FIFA Club World Cup with that squad man.
Yeah.
Or with that kind of or system man.
It depends on the players you have in your squad.
So at this point, ka Ruben Amorim and yellow players man nang yango.
Okay.
Player, if you are willing to play for a team like Manchester United, since day one, you know pen a contract down. Yeah. Manchester United be level shele. Even I made division 2, Kabande sign into team man. You should be able to handle pressure in large Dumagba team man.
Yes.
2, no matter where to Kabanya. Look, Tengela players been played by out of position. And it's not first season on Kana Dumagba DM. But he was able to convert a number 8 into a number 6. To almost like Orasa to almost Premier League games maza in the person of Gravenberch. So the excuse is how player man only feel no or deliver and team man. Look, that's what matters. But the excuse of not having the right players, of course you can blame Ruben Amorim because maybe Benato signing is better. But it should not be solely his like blame the person to blame out solo on him. You should assess the players. Some players man name better. Look, Manchester
United.
But team man, like they should just be like total diagnosis. Like every department from medical to coaching staff to even players man, because there are a whole lot of So the blame should not be only on coach man. It should come to the players as well. So that's just my take on both both games, Chelsea, Fulham, and of course Manchester United, Burnley. So on Sunday there were other games.
Sunday my Brighton Daniel Bandit, Manchester City Pora Cabra people Gandene. Nottingham Forest Dajin Lying West Ham da Pound Titba Porata Cabra to Lepsele. Elsewhere, Aston Villa Badajin La Villa Park, Crystal Palace, Oliver Glasner. Timada pa Weka Sapa and Titiba Porata, Capasato Lapsele, Liverpool Gassanila Banside, Arsenal, Pogan, Capasato Pile in that fixture. Let's come and look at Brighton and Fabio Manchester City. Last season, Brighton Daniela Bandanya 4 points out from the 9 points last season. And then Cabra Miti, both home and away. But Daniela Banda, Manchester City at their home grounds. Kama Sohama, Kalan Etihad and Tlan you draw. Sohama you have Pep Guardiola Sohama Pep Guardiola Sabla Nasera at Brighton Hove Albion Park Mapun. Were you surprised of these results?
So for the results,
Yeah.
I'm not surprised
Okay.
because Brighton but bring big game sham bande match pune with big clubs.
Yes.
Normal but my 30% win but no like
Chances.
probability against big clubs. So the best something is so like so no surprise of scoreline 2-1 to Brighton and Hove Albion. But the no surprise in like such and goals man the sakana. Pep Guardiola the something on do magba more assessment on team ma.
Squad, man, yeah.
Yes, on my new signings, the likes of Nico Gonzalez, Tijani Ryan, Banama. Like, Anto blame Obiara. But the only blame, man, like you can give to Pep Guardiola is transfer market ma. Then you halen zone or could be put any effort to sign a proper right back.
Yes.
Then your problem ma. Aile o Tendela Matheus Nunes
Yes.
into a right back. Or when my right back, even opposition as Lima by midfielder or Mela errors in that position, not to talk of even being a right back. Never, Antonio maybe out of position,
Position,
can perform that, but it is due to willingness to play for the club. Come on, they not plan yama.
Yes,
But
United.
Pep Guardiola during transfer ban man, o focus that kunyala in replacing Rodri.
Yes.
O focus nara kunya shalom, forgetting about defensive errors. I lost against the Magba space man. I wasn't surprised the Magba about Bella. But it was mainly because of defensive errors, man.
Yes.
Didn't you have problem? But main problem is the defense and transfer markets, man. He spent his time, like working in the
Offensive side, man.
because I lay signings, Tijani Reinders, from my Czechie, some players, Umaro Mamushma. That was last season. Transfer.
Yes.
So Orako spent no time on Dimagba,
Midfield and attack.
midfield and attack, forgetting about all defense, man, because attack natural right back and up to date on another program. But the Simpson no yellow or scouts, man, because transfer window man is left about 6-7 hours to complete. On top of Rashi into markets, man, with sitting in my last shell, man, and they are willing to always go all out for players who boom man. Within some few hours on top of finalize the deal with a right back. Do konkonye o problem. But if munde be nang like munde be nang quick assessment to o team man.
Yes.
More defeat is defeat pama than kana on ola banapa because I know Arsenal can make errors. They will punish you.
Yes.
So that's just the assessment of this Brighton Manchester City game. Results, I wasn't surprised.
Okay.
But the time the goals came was the surprising thing because Pep Guardiola was not used to losing. Could lead even when they could lead 1-0, but normally then they could take 80 minutes na the normal because obeying back down when I couldn't also.
Yes.
That's a normal Pep Guardiola Manu na Calera and
Yes.
now kunye normal o play start. So I was surprised of how the goals came, but I wasn't surprised
Of the results.
of Manchester City losing.
Okay. And just to add to Martin Williams by errors, man. After the game, Pedri versus Lahbazan. The errors they made in yesterday match, man. Ne is kama bebe mistakes kam make. How can a full defend Martin Nunes? Can be a defensive line opponent, and your opponent is shooting to score you. Karkana just straight to your face. Kamela to block the ball to hit your face. Karanyela, in case Gabriel Makasa hit her face, man, they free had the opportunity to stop the ball, to give you the advantage. That's how I was able to know la Benoit Songwa Zanyela Ben Shanga Pep Guardiola don't come them tune or put in place to know that the player he is forcing to play at the right back, man, Pela Shaw, the young song Pep Guardiola team, man. What you saw last season, man. Nobody should be surprised if it repeat this season because Pep Guardiola is willing not to be learning because he has told us that what he has been playing, man, then he's going to just stick to his formation. But when we are showing they are not the kind of players that can best fit into the formation him Pep Guardiola is just playing currently. So you just have to either he change the style of play to fit the players he's having currently, or he just going to be losing the matches upon matches that you saw last season. So Pep Guardiola, let's see how Yelman and Jameson after the international break, man.
So just after open man
Mathieu Nunes.
Niru pam get him wrong.
Okay.
The pala bol ma sakam na straight to face to ko kavuru o sabu kavuru face. I don't lay ben ma guy like o sabu kavuru face.
Okay.
O sa yarma with o no zosa. That was how ball man did ben den sanye o sa ku kavuru straight away to ka ball man hit o. Be say like be sa ko stop on be sa be ngba do ma gba penalty.
Yes.
Because only no to ko beno kosaka be osa wula onwa onto ball ma to kare nyele to ka fa dire lab bene labs na to ko lanzo no lan tale double ko sana the pala one. So that was why the kaba awarded you magba penalty ma, because there is any onu ko sa kavuru face protection be sabe ngba you magba foul. So is just come on ampu ma individual error nsanyele but the Simpson no work and player shibo melma they can fit bunto ku moving yalanga Tijani Reinders on yalma, he's more like a complete midfield. On beno on to me 8 10 6 on to no dirty jobs man. So it's just about like o tactical works koko le ne ola defensive errors man. Sound of my new Dumagba keeper Donna Roma when you proving best keeper in the UCL, not even UCL but in the world. So within some few hours, man, expected in the Guardiola will make maybe a center back signing or maybe a right back signing. So that's just on the Manchester City game.
Elsewhere at Anfield, Liverpool Sanya the long goal against Arsenal. That match, man, if you see how the game went, man, I wasn't happy with the kind of football we saw yesterday. It wasn't entertaining because this season Arsenal's opponents come to face it. The opponent kama anwayera bo opponents on the field of play, they sit back deep and always use their set pieces to punish you. But yesterday, it is Sanya Liverpool making a very good defensive approach and back climber. Kabisa to Nasara. Mikel Arteta Arsenal side, man. Should we give him the hope or it is finished? Unlike we have been seeing previous seasons. That kama ten mal hope shan able to prolific, man. Should we expect something better from Mikel Arteta side over their loss yesterday against Liverpool?
Okay, so Premier League Bernardo on match week 3.
Okay.
You understand? Number about 34, 33 games,
Yes.
nothing me.
Yes.
So all lose mama, it doesn't define him.
Okay.
I think the 2021 2022 season. Pep Guardiola ora lose la offer first game catch chang until winner.
Yes.
So it's not over for him.
Okay.
But unlike on football side, watching the game, I wasn't happy with Mikel Arteta's approach.
Okay.
But on Liverpool side, and so Sako Pellegrini. But if you like, let's come to the game. Match day 3.
Yes.
Mikel Arteta, a winner of previous 2 games
Yes.
without conceding a goal.
Yeah.
Liverpool, winnable previous games, but it wasn't that remarked by
Impressive.
like impressing for a team like Liverpool.
Yeah.
So match day 3 normally tension between Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp.
Yes.
They will go into this game with the mentality of winning.
Winning.
I said the game man. Mikel Arteta nessa yo odumagba o line up now. Even Arsenal fans are complaining because how on earth can a coach like Mikel Arteta you are playing against Liverpool at Anfield, not even Emirates, but then you decide to play 7 defensive minded Dumagba players
Yes,
in as a lineup. Only for the shabs how owns a start man. But Zasanya Dumagba DMs.
Yes.
Busosa Sakuruna attacking Dumagba bene minded guys. It's just the Gares and Sasu. But just that Ogbaza he's known for Dumagba controlling the midfield and Dumagba. So first half ma Isaac Palmer and also to Yaramane game he doesn't go into the game like to dominate.
Yes.
He just wants
The win.
moments ma ko take moments kaso game man. But for blame man when you blame Mikel Arteta because game man on Sachana defensive wise was not good.
Yes.
I'm a player so who doesn't back down from the Magba defenders. Like a player like Eze, Munotonme number 10.
Yes.
Eze is good both. I mean, the Magba wide areas, the middle man,
Yes.
and he can give defenders tough time.
Yes.
I'm a Eze. You have Odegaard on the bench, and Nero Pam saying to know Odegaard but no fit. But with medical teams, the Magba British medical the Magba department man. Because Saka play to make a bench, but if Munde be no fit to know on me.
Game. Yes.
In this game, Haaland you never know full time, but when they are creativity, even though or even not that creative,
Yes.
could start more to maybe 60 minutes.
Okay.
Already saying be first half man, Arsenal has been an creative chance man. But Arsenal tactics for first half man, bane disakunya man, bane ko shete in a threatening the Magba area
Yes.
to Luma set piece. And Ben Sadu no the Magba warm ups. Van Dijk, Konate, Ikitiki, Liverpool play wala, but Bazako line about my app. Come and Lauma to Kabajura. They were just practicing ahead of set piece
How to
man.
defend,
So I saw the aerial draws. Arsenal player sub winning aerial draws.
Yes.
Like with any
yes.
Basako so Liverpool sa kununga prepared when it comes to set piece man. And then make Kabasako go first of my somewhere about 4 corners. Liverpool made 0. So ban tactics was just I don't know by to money, but I go to handful to draw.
Okay.
But Anosro to Mumpun Yarman, he doesn't go into some certain games with the
Beautiful
opportunity
football, yes.
like Oben but he will make he will make sure that he punishes you. But just that second half man, Arsenal sakunga lucky ka Mohamed Salah to try game because Bane sakuto pass or first control the sananga heavy. That was the only side. Mohamed Salah one day saying click command on click against big clubs. Arsenal but now consider about 3.
Okay.
So that was just the Bane. Come on, manapun yellow in preview man that unpredictable win for Liverpool, not because unsupported by himself, but looking at the situation at the game. Neren kan na stadium shell nama.
Yes.
Kaya ye unpredictable win ma based on if Liverpool bandai Ryan if BML defensive errors,
Yes.
yeah, Arsenal is in punishment. But if they are able to,
Work on the
match it
defense.
up. Yere na ma. Aile na basang barmo to ka konate tambal danga. Bansa yo to ka chao Gomez na the same quality ma to ko beno.
Kosa show you.
So it just means that the magba game ma and so saku read them well. Tactically osaku beat la the magba coach ma. So didn't saku handle win ma. But actually wingers shall Arsenal has been start ma but sabe help about all. Liverpool was a first half ma McAllister Osaka game ma so those one start of full time. So both sides ma maybe entertainment wise game ma the cerebral match entertaining.
Yes.
But in terms of tactical ways, you nearly the boy can hear you like I learn because of tactical ability. It was a good game.
Yes.
Just that and also to sako out coach la make her Arteta situation man. So that's just it.
Barcelona man rival Kano match man. Barcelona drew against rival Kano. Barcelona na Jinchang rival Kano Park map. That's Estadia Vallecas Spain bala Madrid. Na Jinchang man and kama easy win there. Always been kuchang man either they battle for win or they battle to draw or they battle to lose. So it's surprised of the results Barcelona got from rival Kano Stadium.
So results man like going into the game results man
Yes.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
1-1 man. But I saw the ball man as of first half man close to half time man. However, Barcelona getting 1 point there, but
Yes.
if not because of the keeper man, but Santi Barcelona
John Garcia.
umpire 3.
More
So
than 5 crucial seals.
to
Me and you know.
so that was the positive side about the Barcelona squad.
Yes.
But it's just Rayo Vallecano is a clinical striker.
Yes.
But squad map on it. But Santi Barcelona Barcelona pam.
Pam.
And it's just like Barcelona that could a big weakness in that goalkeeping department. Man, Kakuchang to sign a keeper man. I think from Maluka be
Yes.
so that was a good signing. But for game I was totally disappointed in Barcelona with performance share Benza put man. Even almost 90% of Barcelona fans bisa criticize Rabela performance man
Yes.
because you need to win this game because Manes are winning but saying better top of table man. Now Real Madrid and Biano. I mean look players but Malam Shao but very relief from not even players man but coaches man but relief from international break game para karena bani yang bedu magwa top. You be relief. So like it's quite disappointing. So even after game magba ben sanang has a flick interview o say mane ben yala 1 point and but deserve like more than 1 point at that stage because Omo Samine the performance that they brought up wasn't good.
Yes.
So that's just the overview of the game. Totally disappointed in Barcelona, but big ups to Rayo Vallecano for not, sitting deep to also defend. Kapa ebande sako nangla Barcelona sound punishable with bla long shots na ma demen bla cutting ahead. So big ups to Rayo Vallecano. Basanbi venya nga Barcelona the Simpson de be in bela and bla highlight ma.
Yes.
Chelsea fans, unko highlighting Chelsea fans are right when they say that they can punish Barcelona with that their highlight. Island season one, Benakudo no good. And if Bane El Clasico puno with this kind of highlight season one, Real Madrid mala Trent Alexander no Busquets man. When they talk was an 18-yard box and I got the pass, good pass. So Bane going in with this kind of highlight implementation. A lot of teams go and punish by me, especially big clubs, man. So that's just the positives and negatives about the Barcelona
don't you
game.
think every game has its own situations? Just you've mentioned about Barcelona highlight man. Mami game Kamala this situation. So in case Barcelona going to that match with a different approach, now what you saw man. Abutihane game kana the different Benoit kama situations man. The two no kate sanje man shankar what happened against that Chelsea.
So situations maybe what came agba. The mala coach aba and to jella but not Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick nyala coach so ngwana Angelo Postecoglou. They always stay to their tactics.
Yes.
Highlight man, no matter team come to go, he'll make sure that he will implement it.
Yes.
It's just like Guardiola or possessing game. Guardiola here lose it by possession one, he will always keep it.
Yes.
So for the Magba, maybe during the honor slot, and now to maybe to going into game with totally the Magba different the Magba mindset or even approach. But has a flick. Uncle buy highlight one want to go by throughout season man. So that's just it.
Okay, elsewhere in the Italian Serie A, Inter Milan got their first defeat at home against Udinese. What is your overview on this match?
So overview, they snippets cancel and so could me like a full game man cancel but game man when personal in the Inter Milan they were very unlucky.
Yes.
Because Besakonye chances this is nobody. But overview it's just overview season one no could start it. It's just telling football fans or even players man that Akuto underrated team share because Nyeko underrated they are going to punish you using your weak spot. So then it's a go. But Inter ever since Inter Milan bull Lucy UCL final against PSG, but I will find it that kind of strength share bumma. So that's just the overview. So Inter Milan they need to work on Benyarashan.
Okay, Jakat Kutab say Leverkusen Erik ten Hag has been sacked for in 2 games. But then first match with Saturday on Kada draw against Osberg. Are you surprised of the sack of Erik ten Hag in his 2 games? He's the first manager to be sacked in the in all of the top leagues man. He's the first manager to be sacked.
Okay, so with track record Shalom Bobkana Manchester United, I'm not surprised. But in a way Shalom Kuruma,
yes,
by Leverkusen management they are being unfair to Erik ten Hag. Okay. Because set up Shelley Jabi Alonso Nara Buba with a Bayer Leverkusen team.
Yes.
Almost set up as a Boku Wuran.
Of course.
Because Ramela Florian Vies then when that 3 passes and was able to even score. Come Jeremy Frimpong as all right backs as sometimes could marry attacking wide. Look,
Jonathan Tah na Zala defender
Jonathan
nza.
Tah nine
Yes.
nice one. So o set up ma I wouldn't set up mo because on bene team ma. Man personally, it's only one managers ban talk by Leverkusen squad
Squad.
no ka
Yes.
perform ven
Okay.
but like Tim Bishop ka nye bolden coaches
Mhm.
ban maybe try team ne kala team ma ka maybe team black ka to
Yes.
bene bolder
Yeah.
come and jabe
Alonso.
come and nguna be maybe Jordan
Jose
Klopp
Mourinho. Yes. With
be bano but with setup share Benz and Tuma, it was
Yes.
totally unfair.
Fair.
But at the end of the day, no matter stage of the Magba team, as a manager, you know, the responsibility is on you to deliver. So, Bande Kuro, Bamali but as a football fan, I feel it is very unfair to Eric
Eric
Dumagba,
Ten Hag.
Eric Ten Hag. At this good team, you maybe half season, and you shall on your performance, but no, it's totally unfair.
Fair to him. Last one on Tottenham Hotspur's bottom of the first defeat. After going to it hard for that win against Manchester City, a lot of people had that hope in them that at least they will get all the 3 points against Bournemouth. But unfortunately, they lost at home against Bournemouth. Ulanye a take on their match against Bournemouth on Saturday.
So I know a lot of people were expecting win against Bannerhof,
Mhm.
excluding me.
Okay.
Mga mbasa ko mine de magba Tottenham Hotspur because struggle me because
Yes.
of Bannerhof bin mer ball share ma.
Okay.
Of course, Nero Pamsa Lerma as underdogs.
Okay.
But I can't tell Statsman it speaks well for himself.
Bournemouth.
Bannerhof that could dominate Basa could dominate ba me.
Yes.
Be dumagba Dalan da be yeah.
Yes.
So it's there are no surprise in them man.
Okay.
Hey, because Bournemouth been me ball share against Liverpool in the previous games, man. It truly defines Bunny team,
Team
team
share.
share. Even last season, and the most surprising thing about Bournemouth team, man, yeah, but majority of players, man,
Yes.
backline, man, including keeper Kepa
Arrizabalaga
Arrizabalaga,
to Arsenal.
Bukomete Arsenal, Milos Kekes, Carrizo to Liverpool,
Yes. Chelsea.
then Heisen, Real Madrid, Zabania, PSG. So, Boku release like a lot of players.
Players.
Baula, when some players Shabnama, they are willing to prove a point to manager ma. And kudos to the manager ma Ariola for
Yes.
doing that kind of great been a
Job.
great job. Even though been a Boko players, but they will affect you a way of play ma. On a cook problem. And that's one thing that we need to credit. So Bournemouth Spurs, I wasn't surprised.
And also, Alaves Atletico Madrid, Diego Simone, Yelama champion Gameltro. Is it that the style of play Shelley Umputu some they be just that the players are not up to tax? Three
At,
matches, 2 points out from the 9.
at this point, I to them bang them bene Jago
Simone.
bene ombara bene benchao.
Okay.
Play come ombara betume. So
Yes.
at this point, Bande could move in Chang de Magba first half of season ma to o performance bekana they should suck him. Or you team man pamba he barely has like oku kabencha to no oku way. This is what I've done exceptionally. So as a coach Bande that trust on to ka arbitrate with this kind of poor results. With strike with play show on mala solo of man Julian Alvarez
Cinema Griezmann and Za.
tabe deliver mane last season that tipera Atletico Madrid to win league ma but koko kan to ko like across look Boko Karmo that's the only solution at this time Atletico Madrid number ne one number labna with that kind of threat bande Karmo and if one be bigger up ka Champions League bande Pirba he will okon zila wahala pam so that's just the and coaches pam be the magba somebody and like quality coaches they should sack him. That's the
Diego
only
Simone,
solution.
man. I personally, I think only Sai Kanu Kuchi, Kama Kuchi 2000 just for the sake of respect, because you don't have to be in the club for them to sack you, to tarnish your image. Because if you see the kind of things he has done for Ban Atletico Madrid, Man United, Shaw, don't go to Sabe. A lot of things. But last season and this season, it seems things are not working out for him. Although all the players he gave to the board for them to go and purchase those players for him. Brian Lavanda Tucha until day one, but still he's struggling to get the results against lower team side. Imagine coaching team to Real Madrid, Barcelona. How is it going to be? Wahala ko in that match. And so it's high time Diego Simone, come on, who certainly he has done his best. More than 10 years in the club is enough for you. So it's up to him for him to decide either to tarnish his image or to just leave the club for the sake of respect. So let's see how it will unfold after the international break. Fika tienzele tuzungo jima tinyela bantu kahage the various matches shingaren that bentite major clubs man. So don't forget to subscribe and follow Hype TV on YouTube, on Facebook, and also Hype TV podcast on TikTok. We are out. I'm Hussein Rodwan Pinwait.
Mohammed Mubarak.
We are out. Assalamu alaikum.